Mrs. Patel's 8th grade science class was buzzing with excitement as they boarded the yellow school bus for a day-long field trip to Greenridge National Park. Their itinerary promised guided nature walks, a riverbank ecology lab, and a picnic under the oak canopy. The students had spent weeks preparing posters about local wildlife, and they could hardly wait to see the park's famous butterfly meadow. The bus rolled down the winding highway, and the kids chattered about which trail they would explore first. Some imagined spotting a family of deer, while others dreamed of catching a glimpse of the rare blue-winged warbler. Mrs. Patel reviewed safety rules, reminding everyone to stay with the group, keep their backpacks close, and listen for the whistle that would signal the next activity. When they arrived at the park, the sky was a brilliant blue and the air smelled of pine and fresh earth. The group set up their base camp near the visitor center, unloaded backpacks full of snacks, water bottles, and field journals, and then split into smaller teams for the scheduled hikes. The first trail led them through a meadow dotted with wildflowers, where they carefully recorded observations about pollinators and soil composition. Halfway through the hike, a low rumble began to echo from the hills. At first, the students thought it was just distant thunder, but the ground trembled, and a sudden surge of water burst from the nearby creek, swelling into a torrent. The teachers exchanged nervous glances. A flash of lightning illuminated the canyon walls, and a warning siren sounded from the park's emergency tower. Within minutes, a flash flood swept through the low-lying trail, sweeping away loose rocks and turning the gentle creek into a raging river. The group scrambled back toward the visitor center, but the path was now blocked by rushing water that rose higher than a child's waist. Mrs. Patel's voice cut through the roar, urging the students to grab onto sturdy branches and move to higher ground. The class huddled together on a small ridge, shivering as rain hammered down and the wind howled through the trees. The park's emergency crew arrived in bright orange boats, pulling the students to safety one by one. Though frightened, the 8th graders helped each other stay calm, sharing stories to distract from the cold and wet. When the storm finally eased, the sky cleared to reveal a rainbow arching over the drenched landscape. Back at school, the students gathered in the auditorium to debrief the day's events. While the field trip had not gone as planned, they realized that nature could be both beautiful and unpredictable. Mrs. Patel praised their quick thinking and teamwork, and the class agreed that the experience would become a powerful lesson in respecting the environment, and in being prepared for whatever surprises it might throw their way. Now answer the following questions. What was the main purpose of the school field trip to Greenridge National Park? Name 2 activities the students were scheduled to do before the disaster occurred. How did Mrs. Patel prepare the class for the outing? What natural signs indicated that something was wrong during the hike? Describe what happened to the creek after the rumble started. Where did the students eventually take shelter, and how did they behave there? How did the emergency crew rescue the students? What lesson did Mrs. Patel emphasize after the storm passed? How did the experience change the students' view of the field trip's original plan? Why do you think the author included the rainbow at the end of the story?